What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Got some brand new details here for you guys on Trump's $2,000 tariff rebate checks or stimulus checks via executive order directly from President Donald Trump. That's right. I'll give you the details of that here in this video, and I'll let you see it here for yourself here directly on the screen. Also, President Donald Trump and new New York City Mayor Mamdani meeting as they clash and butt heads, and they are not a fan of each other. I'll give you the latest details here of that and more in this video. So let's jump right in. We are live right now here on the YouTube It's Jimmy Show. Let me know if you can see and hear me. Type yes in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. You can let me know your city, state, or even your country, as we have people tuning in here from all around the globe. Don't forget to hit that like button for me here and subscribe down below if you haven't yet. I will keep you up to date. Take a look here. Also got some big details for you guys here about the possible end of the Ukraine-Russia war and a deal that they're making here. So we'll go over that all in this video. Here we go. President Donald Trump and new New York City Mayor Mamdani set to meet here today as they have been clashing here significantly, basically battling each other as they are not fans of each other at all. Will they play nice here today? We will see. Even President Donald Trump said he hopes the meeting goes well, as they have basically been going at each other here, as Mamdani will be the new New York City mayor, and he's a far left political figure, and some call him a socialist, and as a far, controversy to what President Donald Trump is. Mamdani repeatedly said he wants to talk to Trump about making the city, New York City, more affordable, and even pivoted to the cost of living when he asked if he'd push the president to keep ICE agents out of the city. His campaign's core affordability message said, quote, he was based on a value of protecting each and every New Yorker. That means protecting them from price gouging in their lives. It also means protecting them from ICE agents.
So it comes on the heels of brand new Fox News polls that reveal Americans are hurting financially. Only 25% saying they're currently satisfied with the U.S. economy.
And part of that is because of inflation. We also went through this big shutdown. More than 50% of Americans say that inflation is completely out of control.
Yep. So who's to blame? Our polling shows 46% of Americans think they've been hurt by President Trump's economic policies.
You guys, and that's coming directly from Fox News, obviously a Republican station. You guys can let me know your thoughts in the comment section. How do you think the economy is doing right now? How do you think inflation is doing right now? Let me know your thoughts here in the comment section. Now, this comes as we're seeing big headlines here from the White House and about President Donald Trump's tariff rebate checks of $2,000 per person. White House looking to issue tariff rebate checks without Congress via executive order. And if you've been watching my channel, you know that this is possible because President Donald Trump has done this before in his first presidency. You can see here Trump's executive order guaranteed $300 per week for millions of Americans. It was a total of $1,800, and some states actually kicked in an extra $100 per week for 6 weeks for $2,400. So actually right around the $2,000 mark. It was $1,800 to $2,400 depending on what state the person was in. And this went out to tens of millions of Americans during Trump's first presidency. And he did this through executive order, okay? And I remember saying the Democrats could have challenged it in the court of law, but they didn't because it would have taken money out of people's pockets. And it stuck. And now the precedent is there that President Donald Trump can do an executive order to send money back to the people, especially when there is a pot of money just sitting there. In that case, they used the money from the disaster relief fund, okay, that had billions and billions of dollars sitting there. And in this case, it's the tariff rebate money, the money that's coming in from the tariff. And they also have money from DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, which DOGE says is over $200 billion. Okay, so between DOGE and the tariff rebate checks or the tariff money, he really doesn't need Congress's approval because he's really just sending out the money that's already there. He did an executive order previously just like this, so that sets the precedence, okay? But he could do this through Congress as well. If they do it, it will be through a reconciliation bill, which will be Republicans voting on it only. That's how the big, beautiful bill was passed. And that had no Democrat votes at all, just Republicans, okay? Now, they can do this because they have control of the House, control of the Senate, and control of the presidency, okay? So because they have control of all three branches, they can pass special bills which have to do with the budget of the government and stuff like that. And this can include rebate checks, stimulus checks, etc., because we've seen that done before as well through President Biden with his $1,400 stimulus check. Okay, so he can do it through executive order. We know this because he did it before. And he can also do it through the reconciliation process because that's been done before as well. And Republicans can do that without any Democratic votes. They just need their own votes, the Republican votes. And that's what they did with the big, beautiful bill, which had all sorts of things in it as well. Like they literally lowered every single tax bracket, which is good because Americans want lower taxes. You know, it raised the child tax credits, and it had all sorts of, no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, and, all that stuff that we've covered here in the past, right? So Deputy White House Chief of Staff James Blair said the administration is eyeing ways to give millions of Americans $2,000 dividend checks from tariff revenue without congressional approval, aka through executive order. Blair also added that the checks could be a factor in another reconciliation bill, which several top Republicans said that there's going to be at least one more, maybe two. This came actually from House Speaker Mike Johnson as well. And the top official acknowledged that the Supreme Court's odds of striking down President Donald Trump's tariffs are 50-50, but said the president could reissue them through a different means via executive order. The administration has made the argument that the tariff revenue will likely outweigh any short-term pain Americans may face for the increased costs from the tariffs. Trump has eased some tariffs from Latin American nations for everyday household items such as coffee and bananas, as we've seen those prices skyrocket here recently. Now, this also comes here as we're seeing some big news here on the U.S. and President Donald Trump pressuring Ukraine to make a deal with Russia that includes giving away large chunks of Ukraine's land to Russia, including Ukraine's land that Russia doesn't even control right now. And Ukraine doesn't like this at all. And, President Zelensky and Ukrainians are like, why should we give them land that they don't even control? Give them to them permanently, forever and ever and ever. And remember that if you give Putin that land, he's going to take those people that live on that land and put into his Russian army, which means that they're going to die eventually at some point. Okay, he's going to use them for fodder in his army, and he's going to use the minerals and the oil and all the precious stuff that's in that land for himself, for his country, to enrich them. He's going to tax those citizens, and it really just makes it seemed like Russia and Putin will come out as the winners to this plan. And it seems like Russia and Putin are giving up nothing in concessions. What are they giving up? You guys can let me know your thoughts here in the comment section. And meanwhile, European leaders are backing Ukraine and Zelensky after Trump's Russia-Ukraine peace plan excludes Europe and did not even consult with all of the European leaders. This proposal would also require Kyiv to reduce its army and also guarantees that it would never become part of NATO ever. If Moscow complies with the terms, it would receive benefits, including reintegration into the global economy. Critics are saying that this rewards Putin for his invasion of another country and for all the people that have died because of this decision. And it also is dictating to NATO that they can and cannot include a country into NATO in the future if they want, because Putin will get his way. Yeah. But this is the peace plan that is being put forward by the U.S. and Trump, which is what a lot of people are saying is a pro-Russian peace plan. It's giving Vladimir Putin everything he wants. In fact, giving them land that they don't even control right now. But it would possibly end the war. That's if Vladimir Putin keeps his word and doesn't attack more in the future, because, you know, we can all, you know, say that Vladimir Putin will keep his word, right? So I'll keep you up to date. Listen up, because this is important. There is some major changes going on in Medicare. You can see here, United Health is dropping 1 million seniors from Medicare Advantage. And this is not the only change. There are many changes that have happened going from 2025 into 2026 for Medicare and Medicare Advantage and even Medicare Part D. And you need to know about this because this could make significant changes to your plans, and you might not be on the right plan either, and this could cost you money. And there's significant plans that actually have kind of a rebates that can give you money back. And with our partner, Chapter Medicare, the average senior that has used Chapter Medicare has saved around $1,100. And using their services is completely free. I put a phone number here on the screen and a pinned comment down below so you can contact Chapter Medicare right now, because it's open enrollment only for a few more days. So Chapter Medicare can help you or your loved ones find the best plan that is best for you and possibly save you a lot of money in the process. So call that phone number or click the pinned comment link down below right now. So share this video down below and subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss out on future videos. Click the bell icon so you get notifications. Click here to see the Fed's new announcement they just made for millions of Americans, or click here to see Trump's new order to send money directly to the people.